Hello to all my 87 subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about what it's like to intern at Spotify. And we're going to be hearing from Shraddha as well. And yeah, Shraddha, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Shraddha, and I'm a fourth year computer science student at the University of Waterloo. I've previously worked at companies like LinkedIn and Isaac's favorite company, Microsoft. And so I'm currently doing my fifth co-op at Spotify.
So yeah, thanks for that introduction, Shraddha. And yeah, I guess first we can walk you guys through how we applied and what our resumes looked like and the whole interview process. For me personally, I didn't give it like too much thought. Like I just saw the posting on like online somewhere, and then I just sent in my resume. Like I didn't personalize my resume or anything like that. I just got lucky with the interview. What about you, Shraddha?
Yeah, so I've been wanting to work at Spotify for a while, so
Wow.
I check their careers page pretty frequently.
Oh, very passionate.
So for the resume, I attended a Spotify resume session, I think back in October of last year. And honestly, they were pretty clear about the fact that they don't really want you to customize it to Spotify specifically. Like, I know we've seen a Spotify resume go around LinkedIn that looks exactly like the website, but they
Yeah.
don't really expect anything like that. They didn't really have any special tips that are Spotify specific. So honestly, any resume that's good enough to apply to any tech company, I think was good enough. So didn't really customize mine either.
Yeah. Anyways, going to the interview, I believe there were three total rounds.
Yep.
Right. So three rounds of interviews. The first one was just a technical screen. The second one was a proper technical, like a deep dive in your technical, and the third was pure behavioral, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So for me, at least the technical screen was relatively like easy. Like it wasn't too hard, but I would put it at about like a lead code easy to medium-ish difficulty. And I also got asked some CS trivia questions. Like how do you actually implement a hash map? I remember. I think that was one of the questions. And yeah.
So I guess to clarify, Isaac is a backend data
Yes.
engineering co-op, and
Yeah.
I applied to the web engineering co-op. My first round interview was also pretty easy. I also got asked, I think, a lead code easy question, and it was just the one question. Very relaxed. It's pretty much CS fundamentals, algorithms, data structures. That's it.
And then after, I think after a day or two of my first technical interview, I got invited to the main technical on-site interview, and that one for me was a little bit more difficult as I had a SQL question, and then I had a lead code medium, and then I had a lead code hard as well. Which was both of them were follow-ups to each other, so that was kind of tough. But like overall, I think it went okay. I mean, I am here, so I did go okay. My bad. After 24 hours, I got an invite to the final behavioral round, which actually, in retrospect, that's a round that's like make it or break it. Because for Spotify, I believe like culture is a big thing, right? For example, like if they don't like you in that round, no matter how good you did in the technical round, they will like you're not gonna get in. That's what I feel like. Anyways, what was your impressions of the behavioral round?
Yeah. So culture is super important at Spotify. I think that's something they really look for in interviews. Um, Also, in the resume session, they did specify that they really appreciate cover letters.
Oh wow! I
Yeah.
did not send one.
So
Did you send one?
I did.
You did?
I did.
That's crazy.
They said they wanted one.
Oh wow, my bad. I did not send
Yeah.
one.
So culture is very important to Spotify. They really do care about your personality and your ability to collaborate and pair program
Yeah,
with everyone on your team.
Yeah.
So the behavioral interview with your hiring manager, which is the third round, is super important. And it honestly was a pretty standard behavioral interview, I want to say. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses?
Oh really? They did not ask me that.
Really?
I guess all I had were strengths.
Okay.
For me, it was they asked a lot of personality based questions. They said, "What was the time you set a goal you couldn't reach?" I was like, "That's every day." No, I didn't say that. But yeah, they ask a lot of questions and they try to like really dig deep into your reasoning about them, and they try to like really understand you as a person, right? They try to get like a holistic point of view of you as a person, and once that happens, then they decide based on your technical interviews and also your personality and your ability to collaborate with the team, your ability to fit like into the culture, like how like good of a fit you will be for the company. Anyways, yeah, so that was all three rounds, and I got the offer. I think it was 2 weeks out. Why? What was
2 weeks out?
Yeah, what was yours?
I got it like within a day.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you interview? Hold up. When was your final round?
March something.
Your final was March?
Yeah.
What?
When was your final round?
Like in the summer? Like in the middle of summer? Yeah,
I
yeah.
got my offer hell early.
That's crazy. Wow. Well, yeah. Well, you guys can see who's.
You
Well,
kid
I
me.
guess the cover letter really helped.
Yeah, it really did.
But yeah. Yeah. I did not even know that.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
I got it before I started Microsoft.
Yeah. Now I guess we can move on to teams. What my team does and what I'm doing and what Shraddha's team does and what she's doing. So, for my team, I'm a backend data engineer. So that involves like data engineering, writing data pipelines, and also like developing backend services to support those data pipelines. That's my work. My team specifically is the org in Spotify that focuses on like near real time machine learning and like near real time features. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We can get more into that, but let's Shraddha explain what her team does and what she does on a daily, day-to-day basis.
Sure. So my team specifically develops tools for Spotify's playlist editors. And so as a web engineer, I'm responsible for developing new features or fixing up the UI for those internal tools.
Yeah, my team doesn't have access to unreleased music, sadly. But what we do have is, like I think most teams at Spotify are like this. It's a pretty like laid back culture. Everyone's super super nice. Obviously, I've learned a lot during my time here. I've had great mentors, great colleagues. The other interns are all amazing as well. Obviously, uh, and yeah, like overall, like the company culture and the team culture like reflects like really really good work life balance. Like I don't think I've seen many people like work overtime. Spotify treats their employees really really well. We had a whole mental health week off or something, if I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, we had that, and there's a lot of holidays. Yeah, it's a really really good environment for sure.
I think I agree with most of what you said. The culture at Spotify is super laid back. I think work life balance is amazing. My team is really nice. I think everyone's really understanding. If you need a day off suddenly for any reason, they're perfectly fine with it.
Yeah. Well, now let's move on to the part that I'm sure you guys have been waiting for. The pay.
Nope. Well, that's what's next.
The pay. So yeah, the pay. As we said before, it's the work life balance is great. So with that, I would assume, you're compensated. Yeah, yeah. It's for a reason, and like we're compensated accordingly. It is not that bad. I was gonna say it's not bad. I was like it's not that bad by like any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like it could be a little bit better because I mean I'm sure this is not a secret. You can verify this information online. It's like if you go to like levels.fii or any other place that gives you information about company salaries, like Spotify is always like is not that high up, right? Like because you have your FANG and then you have your startups and whatnot, but Spotify is, I would say, a little bit lower tier in terms of pay. But obviously, as you said before, like they make up for it in work life balance and company perks, holidays, free food ish. Coconut water, that's amazing. I just want to point that out. Coconut water is really good. It's
$15 a day.
high quality coconut water.
So for reference, Canadian employees at Spotify make about 40% of what the US employees make. And so
Which is a 60% pay cut.
I would say if you're interning the US, honestly, it's not too bad. But as a Canadian intern, I just think the pay discrepancy is a little too high.
Yeah. I would like to echo exactly what Shraddha said. This was like one of my concerns before I was accepting the offer. How fast did you accept the offer? Like instantly? Did you think about it at all? Because I was comparing.
No.
Okay.
So the thing is, when I got the offer call, they gave me the US intern salary.
Oh, that sucks.
Right? Because I was hired before you.
Of course.
Right?
Yes.
So they gave me the US salary, and I thought honestly it's not too bad.
US salary is okay.
Yeah.
It's not that good, but like it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. So I accepted pretty quickly.
That makes sense.
And then later on I clarified that it's the same rate even though I'm working out of Canada, and they were like, we'll get back to you. And then they got back to me with the Canadian rate. Yeah. Which was a little disappointing, but I wanted to see what it's like to work at Spotify. Yeah. So
I mean, unreleased music. Yeah. I feel like it makes up for it at the moment. But yeah, for me, they told me the correct rate first time.
It's because of me, by the way. It's because
That's true. Thank you for saving me from pain. But yeah, like I got the call and I remember they quoted a number, and I was like, "Huh," because in my last internship, I was getting literally double that. Okay, let's get on to if you would return back. Would you come back full time? Let's say tomorrow your manager's like, Shraddha, we love you. I'm sure they do, by the way. You know, I'm sure you've done great work, right? Yeah, yeah. I'm sure they love you. They'd be like, hey, uh, we're gonna offer you a return offer. Would you like to come back for Canadian pay? Would you say yes or would you say no?
To be honest, I don't think I would return.
Yeah.
While I love my team, I love the work that I do. I think it's such important work for Spotify as a company.
Yeah.
I really just do think that the pay discrepancy between the US and Canada is just, it's way too high. But I also, like, the thing is, like, I'm willing to take a pay cut for Spotify because I genuinely do like the company that much.
Yeah, the product is amazing, yes.
The 40%, you're making 40%.
Yeah.
Of what
of the US thing. That's that's just extra.
Way too high in my opinion. The US pay I would take, honestly. It is lower than other tech companies.
Yeah, but that's fine.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
But just as an engineer in Canada, I just think it's almost unacceptable as a full-time employee.
Yeah. No, that is facts. Not. Yeah. Everything is great here, but it's just at this point in my life, I feel like you know, I feel like we're gonna get shat on because of this.
I don't think so.
People would just be like, "Oh, Spotify's so great. You guys money hungry kids." I'm like, "Yes, we are, because we didn't come from privileged families. I was poor. So if anyone gives you money, I'll take it, bro." Yeah. Anyways, the company's great though, guys. Everyone's amazing TLDR. Though. Yeah. This TLDR company is great. The pay could be a lot better in Canada. In the US, I'm sure it's fine. In Canada, it's really, really unacceptable. As Shraddha said, extremely unacceptable. But in general, for internships and for new grad, we understand the market is tough, and you guys are probably like, "Oh, it's easy for you guys to say, you guys have jobs." Yes, that is true, but I was extremely stressed, and Shraddha knows that I was extremely. I didn't show up to work for I was still working at home. Like I didn't show up to work for like a month-ish almost, right? Yeah. And I was constantly stressed, constantly worried about interviews. Spiraling. Yeah, tell them. I feel like they should know about your mental breakdown. I feel like they should know about like the successes and the failures, and like they should.
Yeah, Isaac was clearly spiraling for a month.
Yeah.
Applying to jobs and going through like the interview process. Yeah. What do you want me to say? Yeah, you were.
Yeah. Basically, the point of that is to tell you guys that it's tough. I understand because I've been through it myself, and I only recently got my offer for new grad, which who knows if it's gonna be there or not, right? At this point, who really knows? Like, who really knows? Like, just keep studying, keep applying, pretty generic stuff. But at the end of the day, don't give up hope, because I promise that you will find something, right? That's what I would say. And that's general advice. And then for resume stuff, I watch my other videos for that. There's a whole video on my resume. Well, yeah, to all my 87 subscribers, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be on the lookout for more videos. I am going to try to fit in 2 to 3 more before the end of the year. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys. Oh, yes, we will see you guys. We will see.
Our channel.
No. You will see Shraddha in the day in the life, and I'm really excited for that video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, again, feel free to ask. Feel free to DM. If you guys want help with your resumes, there's a link down below. Click on that. Book some time with me or Shraddha, and we can both hop on a call and give you guys good advice on your resumes, or as good as we can. Okay, well, we did make it here, so it's pretty. I would say it's pretty good advice. Yeah. Thank you so much. You want to say bye to the viewers?
Bye.